Yo guys, what is up? It is Gamer123ST here. Today we're back with Uranus. I know we had a little bit of gap in making our content, but we're back with Uranus anyway. So without further ado, let's get started. I'm Gamer123ST and this is Uranus Space Series Part 8. So now we're into the ice giants. Uranus is the third biggest planet in our solar system with a diameter of 50,724 kilometers. Now it gets a little more interesting here with Uranus rotates on its side. Now it looks pretty normal in this picture, but let me tell you, it really does rotate on its side. Uranus rotates on its side because it's believed that an object from space fell into Uranus's orbit and soon collided with a fast enough pace to knock Uranus over to its side. Unlike the rings of Saturn, which are very bright and composed of water, ice, and the rings of Uranus are relatively dark, instead of containing dust, the rings seem to be made up of the larger chunks measuring from 0.2 to 20 meters across. These would really qualify as boulders, not rocks, but whatever. Uranus is the seventh planet away from the sun, with a distance of 2.871 billion kilometers away from the sun. Now that's a little bit over 2 billion, no, not 2 billion, 2 times farther away from Saturn. We talked about in Saturn that Saturn was 1.4 billion times 1.4 billion kilometers farther than the sun, farther to the sun, but now Uranus is literally 2.8 billion kilometers far than the sun, kilometers far away from the sun. Its years are also very long. 1 year on Uranus equals to 84 Earth years. A day on Uranus is 17 hours and 14 minutes, which is the 5th longest day in our solar system. But let me tell you this. Okay, this is the seasons on Uranus. Now, these are let's say it's starting its orbit from the north, like in the north section, like on the right side, you can see in 1986. Or what was that? 66? 1986. And then in 2007, which is 13 years ago, it arrives at the autumn equinox. And then in 8 more years, it's going to arrive to the northern winter solstice. So we're right now in the autumn equinox of Uranus. If we're not on it though. So yeah, but on one season on Uranus is 21 Earth years, which is like almost as long as a Saturnian year. I don't know, but and spring equinox would be in 2049, which is a long time from now. And then Uranus would finally be back at 2070. Okay, so anyway, it is that is the cycle of Uranus around the sun, but the upper atmosphere is made of water, ammonia, and methane ice crystals that give the planet its pale blue color. Uranus hits the coldest temperatures of any planet, with a minimum atmospheric temperature of minus 224 degrees Celsius. And Uranus is nearly the coldest planet in the solar system. Uranus has 27 moons that we know of, but 5 moons are the ones that are largest moons, called Miranda, Ariel, Umbriel, Titania, and Oberon. Titania is the largest moon of Uranus. It's covered with small craters, a few large craters, and very rough rocks. Only one spacecraft has flown by Uranus. And now we're talking about the Voyagers. In 1986, which is approximately 34 years ago, the Voyager spacecraft swept past the planet in a distance of 81,500 kilometers. It returned the first close-up images of the planets, its moons, and its rings. Uranus tipped over on its side with an axial tilt of 98 degrees. Okay, so here we have a picture somewhere here. So these are all the planets' axial tilts, and because Mercury has an axial tilt of 0. It's just straight up. Venus is just on the right other side, 177. And Earth is at an axial tilt of 23. Mars has an axial tilt of 25, a little bit more. Jupiter has 3, a little bit less than, a lot less than Earth, actually. Saturn has 27. Uranus has 98. And Neptune has 28. So by this, there is definitely different types of planets. There are the straight planets, Mercury and Jupiter. There are the normal planets, Earth, Mars, Saturn, and Neptune. There are the weird planets, Uranus and Venus. So just like that. Anyway, so it's called rolling around the sun. Rolling around the sun on its side. Uranus revolves or orbits around the sun once every 84 Earth years. So once every 84 Earth years is a year on Uranus. It often describes really long year, and it also goes around once every 30,687 Earth days, which is a lot. And 687 is one Mars year, but this is like 30,000, so better big. And Uranus travels at an average speed of 15,290 miles per hour, or 24,607 kilometers per hour in its orbit around the sun. Uranus is totally interesting planet to learn about. It's got tilts to the side as well. And so now that I'm saying it, just don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to share with all your friends. And don't forget to subscribe to Gamer123 ST. Peace out, everybody.